we go. New film out.
Yes.
It's all going on.
It is going well, because it's a film based on a video game, but we've been talking to the press. I'm sorry to say that, but we've been talking to other members of the
Not
press.
Not just me.
I'm sorry. And they're all so delighted that it's a video game, but it has enormous heart, it has great humanity, and actually some people say they cried during it.
Do you want to actually tell me the name so we all know?
Why?
Well, because I
You
think...
don't care anyway.
I do.
Okay, it's called The Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time.
Right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Why am I so nervous? Why am I so nervous? Why is my heart pounding?
We had a false start, let's be honest,
No,
with
we
someone's
didn't.
many phone
No,
names.
everything happens for a reason. It wasn't a false start.
It was such a good start.
It belongs to the universe.
But you pointed at me. You did something very cool earlier. I was hoping you'd recreate it.
No, I told you how nervous I was.
You've got a glass of water as well. That's the first time ever in 5 minutes. Should we get on with it now?
Come on then.
Right.
Oh, don't go to pieces, for heaven's sake.
Okay, can I just ask the first question?
Yes.
Do you think you could ever have been something completely different, but still been as famous as you ended up being?
You know, we're so impressionable as kids. We're like plasticine, you know. Somebody pokes us and there's a dent in us for life. So the poke I had from my parents was my nickname, which was Poke, you're the Danny Kaye of the family. So hence the song and dance man. I couldn't shake it off. But I did try, therefore, to entertain my family as best as I could for years and years and years and years.
Is it a myth that you were offered a recording contract and you could have been Sir Ben Kingsley, the pop star?
Dick James, who was recording manager for the Beatles, on the advice of John Lennon and Ringo Starr, decided across his desk in London that he was going to mould me and make me a rock star. And I was terrified and decided that I would listen to another call in my other ear from the Royal Shakespeare Company, who were auditioning me at the same time. And fortunately, they gave me a wonderful job. Trevor Nunn auditioned me, and he gave me a job. And it was beautiful to be a part of that company.
Big moment of inspiration for you, I've heard, was an Ian Holm performance.
On that very stage. I was 19, and I was so deeply impressed by Ian's performance as Richard III that I fainted. I fell over. I was standing, because I could only get a standing room only ticket. I fainted. I was revived, and I watched the rest of the play and told Ian to his face afterwards that I thought it was brilliant and beautiful, and I wanted more than anything to be part of his company.
Did you see Ian Holm's King Lear at the Cottesloe?
No, I'm afraid I didn't.
It was an absolutely extraordinary performance.
He is extraordinary.
So did you want to be a big name, though, when you were little? Did you have a big personality that was crying to get out?
I think I had what could be called a precocious personality, and I think one of the recurring themes of my childhood was shh. So if you suppress it, I think it's going to struggle more to get out and be heard and be seen. So no, I didn't realise that I would be so blessed by my profession, but I did push very hard against the shh factor.
Here's a difficult question. What meant more to you, your knighthood or your Oscar?
There are three things that I never thought would ever happen to me. Two have happened, four things actually. I never thought I'd have a miracle of a wife that I have. That's number 4. Number 3...
And also your fourth wife?
Number 3...
Oh, right, okay.
Number 3 is... I'm trying to keep my answers short.
Sorry.
And
I asked you a personal question, which is against the rules.
Of course it is. Number 3 is that I'm about to have my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is quite extraordinary. Now, as a little boy was shh at, I never thought that would happen too. So life is quite extraordinary.
You've acted with lots of great actors and actresses. Penelope Cruz, you acted with in Elegy. Is it a myth that she called you Sir Ben for fun on set?
Is it a myth? I don't remember. I mean, we had an amazing working relationship, and we actually, you know, in order to create a film like that, you have to be very vulnerable to the other actor. So we removed as many layers of pretense and clutter as we possibly could, and we were directed by a remarkable woman called Isabelle Croisette. The politics of the film set I don't have much of a memory of, but I do have a clear memory of was that we had an amazing working relationship, and I'm very fond of her.
You've played an iconic man of peace in Gandhi, and also a spectacular gangster. Where do your performances come from? 10 seconds to go.
They come from my love of life and my thrill at meeting fresh faces and new people.
And that, Sir Ben Kingsley, is all we've got time for.
Well, that's regrettable.
I would like to have asked you so many different things. And may I quickly apologise on camera for a cheeky remark when you mentioned your wife.
The 5 minutes are up.
They're all over. It was really, really a pleasure.
In another life and another time, I will of course accept your apology. You're a very gracious man.